Tiffany does the same. Check it out. See? Now you see it. Now you see it. Okay. So, I just want y'all to see the cold heart. Okay? The demonic heart. And people have the nerve to want to get plates from a type of person like this, man. That's scary. It's so demonic until it's scary. It's alarming. Very alarming. Very alarming. Yeah. 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 And I wanted to show y'all that because, I mean, I had to take a break just then because you just don't know how evil those type of people are. For real. I mean, on the real tip. That's evil. Okay? But as you see, Tiffany was doodling and she was coloring and she didn't care anything about the people. And that's why we were so glad to hear that Miss Lightfoot is working very, very hard to give this village some type of, some type of ease. She's working very hard, family. And I was just glad to hear that. Now, Miss Lightfoot, she worked about 3 hours and doing this DNC that they had. Keep in mind that Miss Lightfoot is very, very active within the DNC. Okay? She does a lot, she participates a lot inside of that for that week that it was going on. But she also made it a point to dedicate herself, even with that going on, to make sure she stay on top of her duty of giving these residents the best answer she can give of what she found. Okay?
Hey,
And
so I know you've been there already, but Pooh just called and said I could come through and get a tour of Dre's studio as a thank you for what we did for him. Lamar crazy ass her, so you know that fool gonna be there too. But it's gonna be cool. We'll do it whenever it's good for you. Man, I'm excited for this. Look, bring a friend if you like. This one gonna hit different, alright? Peace, homie.
Why you thought you was disrespecting Miss Lightfoot and all that? Without due respect, you don't have the flow, Miss Lightfoot. Damn your flow, Tiffany, because you know what? Rather you give Miss Lightfoot the floor or not, she still gonna walk on it. Yeah, she still gonna walk on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And why you saying that Miss Lightfoot won't get paid? What? In the end.
Yo, what you need? Yeah, I got it.
Calling Miss Lightfoot you.
It's just been a disaster. They started off putting the immigrants over in the police station. And as they
My name is Tim Grover. I'm a performance coach and a motivational speaker for high-performing individuals. I was like everyone else. I always wore baggy stuff. I love the product, and plus, I spend a lot of time taking care of myself. And I want clothes that fit well, that are comfortable. And I have so many individuals that come up to me that say, man, where'd you get that shirt? Is it custom made? Where'd you get the pants from? And I was
It's just been a disaster. They started off putting the immigrants over in the police station. And as they started to move them out of the police station. They stealthily started to put them in our neighborhoods. Well, the neighborhood didn't want them. The residents, the citizens, we pushed back, but the deal was already done. And so they were bringing in a lot of military-age men into the community. I mean, we're not blind, we're not stupid, we're not obtuse. We know what's going on. But unfortunately, the people who run this city, they don't care what the people think. So they started putting them into quiet residential neighborhoods like Washington Park, middle-class black neighborhood. We're still pushing back. We don't want them here. The crime rate has gone up since they've been here. That's a fact. Nobody wants to talk about it, but we live it every day.
You heard that? She said they are putting these illegals in middle-class black neighborhoods. See, a lot of black people like to ignore this. They think it's only impacting poor black folks. No, they are now placing illegals all over the place. Not just poor black neighborhoods, but middle-class black neighborhoods too. And it's not just black people.
We all know about the situation in New York City, but now New Jersey is involved. That's because a new situation in New York that's restricting buses from coming from the south with these migrants on board. They have restrictions on when they can get into the city, how they can get into the city. So what's going on is that these buses are stopping at train stations in New Jersey.
Imagine being so excited because you just bought a house in this neighborhood. A house that costs around $250,000, $300,000. And if you decide to go for a walk, you go for a walk, the CVS is just right around the corner, and look what you run into. A bunch of white tents. You're an asshole. Do you know what it means when you see a bunch of white tents? Those white tents right there are housing probably close to 2,000 illegal immigrants in a neighborhood right here in Chicago. How would that make you feel if they decided to put these up in your local CVS neighborhood? I think where these things should go, these things need to be moved on over to $1 million neighborhoods. Where the politicians live, move them right over to your neighborhood. There was a next public's house yesterday, Brandon Johnson. I went to his house. And around his neighborhood, there was a policeman sitting outside his house, and there were orange cones in front of his house protecting his house. It's spilling over, impacting everybody. From legal Hispanics to other legal immigrants, black people and white people. Shout out to Numbers USA. They spoke to black folks in Chicago to hear what they had to say about the migrant crisis and how it's destroying the black community. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
What policies would you like to see in place that would limit the amount of people that are there?
Well, listen, there are policies on the book in Congress already. They need to enforce the laws that are already on the book. These people are here illegally. Again, they're not seeking asylum. If they were seeking asylum, they would have gone to the first country that would have granted them asylum, which would have been Mexico. What I would like to see them do, if they're here illegally, they need to go back to their country of origin, and that's immediately. We have no allegiance to these folks, okay?
Nope.
We don't care where they're from.
This is 100% true. We don't owe these people anything. Yet they're getting thousands of dollars in food stamps, free rent, education vouchers, cash, loans.
Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it because I'm doing other things, but I'm selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle and my food truck. And he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank. But he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck. I'm thankful that he's buying it. But I'm hurt that I worked so hard to pay cash for my food truck.
Get somebody else a opinion.
Can't even get a business loan because COVID was in. I have veterans in my family. I'm a veteran. I've been self-employed for so long. But somebody, please tell me, how do I work so hard?
Wow. to have somebody who
No.
comes to this country
Illegally.
not long, no credit,
Illegally.
and he
Illegally.
shows me paperwork where they've been funding him money.
Does the Democratic platform seem to satisfy your needs as far as what you'd like to see with our immigration policy?
But what platform is that? They don't seem to have a platform. They seem to have open borders. Everybody can come here. Listen, people live in their homes. You have a home and you have an apartment. Do you have a front door on your home?
Yes, it is.
Do you have a back door?
Yes, it is.
Are they locked?
They're locked.
Are you locking because you're racist?
No.
You're locking because?
I'm protecting my 4 children that I have at home.
Exactly. Same thing with our borders, okay? It has nothing to do with racism. We have to protect our sovereignty.
Yeah.
We have to protect the citizens here. We have to protect our homeland. And so we have to close those borders.
Absolutely.
By any means necessary. Building a wall is an excellent idea. Look at the DNC convention. You built all kinds of walls of security. They have all kinds of police. They wanted to defund the police. They didn't want police protection. But listen, when it comes to them, it's always hypocrisy. You know.
This sister made a good point. If everybody's okay with open borders, how about you unlock your doors to your house, leave them wide open, put a note there for all the intruders, maybe some cookies, so next time they don't have to bust open the door or slide through your window. They can have easy access to you, your family, and everything you have. Even better, when they run up in your house, already have the money packed up too on the table for them. You know, in a nice briefcase. Put your money in there, your credit cards, just hand it all over to them and thank them for their service. Do you see how crazy that is? What?
The services that
How is it that you get to come here? You ain't put no money on the books, no taxes, led no wars. You've contributed nothing intellectually here. And you get to come here and get all these resources that the average American can't. What about our homeless children?
What about our veterans?
This is the game right now. So all of those things are connected, and it starts by not giving the children the resources that they need, because you're stealing the money. So you have these immigrants coming in. If you need to flee where you live, yeah, come in. But don't neglect your own children.
Yeah.
You're giving money. All of a sudden, you come up with all this money. You found all this money.
Yeah.
You know, to throw at their needs, because our kids need a line in these bills or whatever. There needs to be a line in there that rich children with the same type of accommodations, modifications, and monies needed to help them access the curriculum too, okay? Do not leave
Hey, partner.
American children.
Yeah, player. We'll get it to you.
Says that the Democratic Party, you know, has an agenda behind bringing immigrants over, because they can no longer depend on the black vote. So they're trying to replace our vote. Okay?
Yes, they're yelling, cursing, screaming at us right now to support them. While supporting them is supporting our own demise. A lot of black people are waking up and onto their game. They're trying to replace us with illegal immigrants and give them access to all the laws and money that was supposed to be for us.
Why America has all of these provisions like affirmative action and set-asides and civil rights laws. It is because of the shame and guilt about slavery and Jim Crow, both little democratic enterprises, by the way. So it all has to be spent on black Americans, not on any loser with a grievance from around the world. And that's what it's become.
Immigration, period, is a problem and has always harmed the freedmen. Illegal immigration is crushing the whole country. Stop saying, I'm okay with the immigration.
Exactly. They brainwashed a lot of black Americans to go along with this diabolical plan, and even have the so-called black elite and the boule out here trying to make us accept this foolishness too.
When you think about
And she was talking about Steve Harvey and what that nigga name for that dress? Ricky Smiley. Oh,